Nicola Sturgeon's SNP has been branded out of touch after launching an independence task force as Scotland battles a second wave of COVID-19. Deputy Leader Keith Brown has announced the creation of an independence task force as the Nationalists ramp up plans to rip Scotland out of the UK ahead of the Holyrood elections in May. The task force, working within SNP headquarters, will lead on strategy around independence as the party heads towards a referendum in early stages of the next parliamentary term. The senior MSP, who will be the new campaign director, said, "And now we're ramping things up. The Independence Task Force will bring strategic direction and expertise, which I believe is the final piece in the jigsaw that will help deliver independence." However, across the Scottish political spectrum today, unionist parties hit out at the SNP over the controversial announcement. Lord Jack McConnell, a former Labour First Minister of Scotland, claimed Scots would be choking on their breakfast at the thought of a second independence vote. Douglas Ross, Scottish Conservative leader, branded the announcement as shameless and added, "The SNP are ramping up their push for IndyRF 2 this year while the rest of Scotland is worried about their jobs and when they'll get the COVID vaccine." The Moray MP stressed, "They are stuck in the Holyrood bubble with no clue about the priorities of people across Scotland. We need to focus on building up Scotland, not breaking up our country." Willie Rennie, leader of the Scottish Liberal Democrats, added, "The First Minister promised that the SNP wouldn't start a referendum in the middle of a pandemic, but off they go. They can't help themselves. Thousands of people are ill with COVID. Business and workers are desperately worried about their immediate future." Despite the promises of the First Minister in the Scottish Parliament, nationalists will always put their own interests first. Liberal Democrats will put recovery first. Anas Sarwar, who announced he was standing for the leadership of Scottish Labour after Richard Leonard resigned on Thursday, urged the SNP-led Scottish government to set up a task force on tackling COVID-19.